Blaine Dagenhardt, as I'm sure you know. I'm the Area School President this year, and I'd like to talk to y'all about something that's extremely important to not only this organization, but every other organization at our school. Make and Bank, otherwise known as fundraising. Now, as many of y'all are freshmen still, y'all might not be that in the know about all the fundraising stuff we do. We do stuff like chicken sales, big events which we sell food at, and pretty much everything else you can think of. Fundraising is a great way to get money and funds for our organization. So I want to ask y'all a question. What is one of the most important things for any organization at the school? Any hands?
Money.
Exactly. Now, without money, we can't really do much. And organizations like FFA, while we do get some funds from the school, the majority of what we do is paid for out of our own pockets or out of the money that we gain from fundraising. And I don't know about y'all, but I would definitely not want to pay $500+ a year on going to national convention, everything like that. And I guarantee you, that's a low estimate. A lot of this would cost a lot more than that. So you know what? I'm gonna need someone with the longest hair to come on up here real quick and flip this chart. And I think she knows who she is. So let's give this girl a drum roll. So what I want y'all to do is go. That's what I'm talking about. Now I want to teach y'all a very special clap that was taught to me in my first workshop. So what I want y'all to do is put y'all's hands straight up in the air, every single one, and I want y'all to start clapping. We're going to do a round of applause. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. You want to sit down? So, our main objective for today is to learn ways of creating and advertising fundraising events for our school organization for this next school year as well as our current school year. So the thing about this workshop, and the reason that I chose fundraising, is because I want each and every one of you to know the importance of it as well as how to do it. Not just for FFA, but for any sports organizations, for any like Beta, 4-H, SCCLA. There's so many different ways that you can bring fundraising into your life and help, as well as help not only yourself, but other organizations. How many of y'all are in more than one organization? How many of y'all are in just one organization? And that includes sports like baseball, football. Yeah, there you go. Every single organization at this school, including all the sports, do a lot of fundraising because we're not able to do everything that we do otherwise. So as I said, our main objective, we're going to move right along to our first objective, fundraising. Now, our first objective for this point is to learn how to plan for and create a fundraising event. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. I really don't want to do this, but it's a great tool to have, and I'm sure that y'all appreciate it by the end. So the first thing you need to think about is know your organization, or know your purpose. Why am I doing this? What are we doing this for? And why do we need this money in the first place? For stuff like FFA, we do it so that we can help kids who haven't been able to be as fortunate as us, or who don't really have those same opportunities, to bring them out and let them get to know more people around the world, as well as help them grow themselves. So what are some organizations y'all in? Raise your hands. Like I said earlier, anyone who's in an organization, raise your hand. Raise your hand, Drake. Drake, what organization? What do you do?
Football.
Exactly. Now, I love sports. I really do. The best thing about sports is that they let you get out, they let you have a good time, as well as raise money for your school as well as others. You get to know a lot of other football players, and some of my closest friends are also athletes. And I can tell you right now, their best times and their best memories are out on the field. But you wouldn't be able to do any of that without fundraising. You wouldn't be able to be where you are today or do anything else that you enjoy doing. Now, know your organization. As I said before, you can't do anything without knowing why you're doing it. You can't do anything without representing your organization. So a main point about fundraising is you have to know, as well as know why you're doing it, you need to know who you're doing it for. You're not just going to walk up to someone and say, "Hey, can I have $5,000? They're not going to fall for that, I promise you. I've tried. Now, like I said before, you need to be able to actually come up with a decent conversation and know what kind of fundraising event you're going to do. Which brings us to the final point. What kind of fundraising event? Now, for different organizations, it's always different. For FFA, we do a lot of food stuff. We always work, sometimes we work at the game, sometimes we just do main fundraising events like chicken dinner sales. But for stuff like sports where it has much more active and you can go out of town, I would highly advise something like just selling a couple of things out at a away game or home game. Try to get involved and let them all know what's going on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a couple pieces of paper, pass them out, and I want each and every one of you to try to think of an event or fundraising idea. It doesn't have to be crazy, just something simple that you can do. And please keep in mind that we will be using these at the end. So, you do me a favor and pass these out, or you got one already? Okay, you all pass them out. I want each one of you to take the time, just think of something simple. It can be something as simple as a car wash, to have something as elaborate as a full-on event like Fall Fest, where we get a bunch of different organizations coming together, just so that we can come up with enough money to help them. And now keep in mind, this doesn't have to be for FFA. This can be for football, this can be for baseball, softball, FFA, 4-H, beta, anything that y'all want to do it on. I'm going to give y'all about 3 more minutes, or maybe 4. Try to think of it. If y'all need any help, just raise your hand. I promise I'll come and help out. Well, that's fine. Hey, I just wanted to let y'all know, another major point is churches. It doesn't have to be in-school organizations. It can be anything that you go to, anything you're involved with. Churches are another big thing, and we've actually worked with churches in the past to help even bigger fundraising events that not only benefits us, but benefit them. Anyone need anything?
So like, just anything in general you can make money on? Or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I got you.
He's gonna put a slot on.
No, I'm not.
Hey man, whatever works for y'all.
Cutting grass. Cutting grass.
You're just making up an event. Any kind of event that could be a fundraising event for any organization. So it could be something, like I said, it could be as simple as doing a car wash, bake sales, anything you want to think of, just put it down.
Trying to think.
Everyone pretty much done? Or anyone need more time? Okay, now I'd like to move on to our next point. And the one I'm particularly proud of. You gotta bring it around town. Now, once you have your fundraising ideas, once you have your events planned out, the most important thing about it is getting the word out. You can do this by several ways, and I want someone to come up here with the shortest hair. Real quick. Everybody come on up. Now the drum roll, please. I want you to tear this beautiful masterpiece. Okay, you ready?
Hey, it's okay.
Oh, God. It's okay, buddy. Thank you.
Part of our boys' masterpiece.
Hey, like I said, that's fine. So, the main objective for this point is know your community and how to properly advertise your event. Now, this is probably one of the most important things whenever you're planning a fundraiser, because if you don't let anyone know that it's happening, how are they supposed to go? How are you supposed to make any cash at all? So the first point, know where and how to advertise. You can go to local businesses, you can talk to them about flyers. I want to raise of hands, what are some local businesses around here? Carter's?
Easy to find, but the hardware store.
Hardware store? Subway? There's Dollar Store? There's so many places around this town that they don't mind if you just walk up and ask them, hey, do you mind if I put this flyer up? Hey, do you mind if I leave these sheets outside your store? The best thing about Springfield and being from such a small town is our close-knit community. And I guarantee that if you do a big fundraising event, everyone will want to help out. Because they know it's not just about us, it's about them, it's about the community. Now, another big thing you can do is social media. So many people are on social media, and I know I am, and I know most of y'all are, if not all of you. It's a great way to get it out because it doesn't cost anything, it barely takes any time at all, and it gets to so many people in such a short amount of time that overall, it's one of the best ways to effectively get your name out there and get what you're doing out there. Now, the next thing, think about partnerships. It doesn't always have to just be you. It doesn't always just have to be your one organization. We've worked with TARC before, which is a special needs organization. We've worked with FCCLA. I think we worked with Beta once or twice. There's so many different organizations in the school that you can just get with and let them know what you're doing, and they'll help you. And not only will they help you, but you'll help them in the end. The bigger the event and the more you can work on it with not just yourself, the more successful it's going to be. Now, are there any questions about advertising? Are there any questions or comments, concerns? Okay. Now, I'm going to tear this in a lovely piece of paper as we begin. Now here's the part where I know y'all are all going to dread it. Y'all are going to split into a group right down the middle. I want this half with you two move on this side, you two move on this side. Y'all are going to split up into two groups. Yeah, you two on this side. Y'all can stand up if y'all want for this, but y'all are going to have to be talking to all of each other real quick. So act like you like each other. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is a commercial. Y'all are going to talk to each other, see what kind of events y'all have planned on y'all's paper, see what kind y'all want to do, and you're going to create a 2.5 minute commercial for your event. You're going to have to choose actors, think of the theme, as well as the event you want to plan. So I'm going to give y'all about 5 minutes to do that. So if y'all would like to get started.
Alright, guys. You actually make money on
What are we gonna do then?
You're rich. Refrigerator.
I knew remember that.
You know about that. You know about
Truck needs to do everything. I think it's fine.
Yeah, make a commercial.
A lot more commercial.
Okay, this is not doing very much talk, I'm sorry.
So what are y'all thinking so far?
What's it about?
Squirrels?
Okay, so we have some.
Hey man, I've seen some crazy ones before.
You didn't go. You wanna sell squirrels?
So, some chicken.
Basically, just like if you like.
I know about
We got to make something better. We got to make them laugh. That's how you get it.
Yes,
That's how you get
Make
it.
it like
That's
$3.
how. Wait, you're gonna pick a winner?
Yeah, I know, we're all
Y'all
gonna
wanna
do
be
it.
like a
How we all gonna pick one?
Trust me on this. Okay, then, yeah.
Let's do that to the plan.
Y'all don't have much time, so y'all might want to
That should be me.
I went to my
We
grandma's.
stay on farm.
My grandma cooks up burgers like this.
No. I'll say pineapple. Wait, now what are you doing?
You gotta be, we can sell
Actually, I don't cook mine on my day. I eat mine on the stove.
Hey. No, this is all one group.
Oh.
No, we got like a $400. You see that right there? That's in the future. The rest of it's mine.
No one needs to know.
And Miss Candy,
No one needs to know.
oh no, I can't do that. Can't do it.
Yes, so apparently I'm the chef.
Wait, so are you
You wanna buy squirrel?
Now we just sit here.
You gotta buy it. You wanna buy squirrel? Not good.
Y'all got about 20 seconds left. Is that fine? So you might want to start wrapping it up.
You buy some squirrel with $5 squirrel. There's no more. Man, I got them wild.
Okay, you're gonna
Drake is going to go. It's like it's twice as all you got to I ain't doing it. Come on, Drake.
Okay, you guys.
No, I'm not.
Ready?
That side of the room first.
You gotta say it.
Well,
They're trying to get me up here. I ain't doing it.
well, you know, it looks like this side of the room's real energetic. I think they'll put out a pretty good commercial first. Come on.
Y'all tripping, bro.
Drake, come on,
go,
Drake. I saw you being a leader. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Drake, come on, bro. I mean, like, man, what are we even selling? What are we even selling?
You said
We're selling squirrel. Yeah, selling squirrels. Oh, alright.
No one else is gonna be up there with us?
Austin, come up here. Tyler, come up here.
Come on, Austin.
Great. You say we're they're gonna hold up their ID because they're gonna be big.
Okay,
Alright,
sounds
you
good.
tell them what we selling.
Give me a line.
Yeah. We're selling squirrels. Hold up. We're having a bake sale, not squirrels. Oh man.
It's okay, y'all can restart.
No.
You're the chef?
No. He is.
Y'all ready?
And that's very rude for you to talk while we're presenting.
Hey, yo!
Very rude.
Hush up!
Nah, say we're selling.
Just pay attention to that.
I guess whatever they say.
selling
I don't
cake.
even know what we're doing. All right, first bid.
You gotta say no.
$500. 501, 502. Let me get another. Oh shoot. 530. Oh, 531, 532. Uh-oh. No more bids? 535, 536. Oh shoot. They want some cake.
Okay, guys.
Y'all are doing
Now-
I cannot even count the stupid paper.
Guys, ready?
Y'all are doing this. Well, I was trying to, but none of y'all would stop. Y'all kept on going. If I said something to one person, another person.
Okay, everybody, I want y'all to listen up. Y'all got this.
Are you an FFA member? Then come on down. Even if you're not, if an FFA summer bash, it would be really fun. It has lots of fun activities you can enjoy and spend time with friends. And this would really help out our FFA organization by raising money for our school and for the future years. And this, like, not only is it fun, it also helps out our community. It helps us be able to travel to different conventions, and it also helps other members that aren't as fortunate as us and can't exactly afford to go to every single like FFA thingy. They can still be able to participate and have as much fun as any other members. So this would really help us out, and also we use the money and put towards other things that need help, like the flood that's just like from the hurricanes. There's a lot of things like that. So it would really help if you can donate and come to our summer bash.
Come on down. Come on, I think that deserves a clap. Come on. Man, y'all are weak. Come on, let me hear a clap. That's what I'm talking about. No, that's how we lost. Now, I don't know about all y'all, but I think that we've just completed our main objective.
I think that any one of y'all could easily come up with an event that y'all could go out and you can advertise. Whether it's a bake sale, a squirrel sale, a summer event, or anything else you can think of. And I hope that y'all bring these skills that y'all have learned today into your next school year as well as this one to help out all of your organizations. Y'all have been great. Thank y'all so much, and let's give a round of applause to yourselves.
Really, come on now.